What does one say to an ancient Nephilim ghost?
I suppose you start with...
And then we'll laugh. High five.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
What's going on YouTube? It's Filthy and we're back with another Diablo 3 Season 32 video. Today we're going to be talking about how to access the super secret hidden item in this game, which is the Primal Ethereal. Crazy stuff. I'm going to show you how to do it. It's going to be very, very powerful for this season. Before we do get going though, guys, as always, a thumbs up really does brighten my day. And let me know what you got out of your GR70. What was your first Primal? I got myself a pair of homing pads. They went straight into the bin, into my altar of rights. But I know there's a wizard out there that got Halo Carini with double crit. I know somebody out there is playing Demon Hunter and they got themselves something like a Siri Satchel, which is a notoriously difficult item to roll, and that dropped Primal. Of course, I'm sure way more of you ended up with Templar Relics or Sash of Knives or whatever other useless primal, so do let me know. Right, Ethereals are in the game. My god, these things are so insanely powerful. My build at the moment is not perfected. I've barely got any Ancients. I don't have enough cooldown for my Permanent Vengeance, but we're pumping out like 6.6 million sheet damage just in town. That is absolutely nuts. So these things are really, really powerful. Now, the thing with them is they all roll on range. So the cold damage, the damage percent, the dex, the attack speed, the armor, most of the things can roll on a range. We do have the fixed 150% Demon Hunter skills, and we've got the fixed 35% chance to freeze. We've got the fixed 1 damage per 100 Paragon. So this is a normal Ethereal. It's ancient, okay? It's got the Impale power on there, which is obviously no use whatsoever. But when you start off a Gears of Dreadlands Demon Hunter, it doesn't really matter. I'm really looking for something with like the Dawn power would be great, or the Fortress Ballista power. They're the two that I would personally really like at the moment starting up my new build. Now, again, if we look here at the Impale range, it rolls just like a Carle's Point. So therefore, if we got a Barista with a Dawn on it, which I think I've got one in my stash somewhere, again, it'll roll with the range on. I want to say, yeah, so here we go. I've got one with a Dawn already procced on it, but it's got the 57%. So that's no good, really. You need 65% because that's just that. Now, one of the questions I had before the season started is will the Ethereals interact with the last page, the upgrade legendary item? And I'm pleased to say that they do. So this is a question I had. It's taken me all day to actually find another Primal so I can do this for you in a video. But shout out to Melvinius, who is somebody in my clan. He has fully unlocked his Altar of Rights. I'm not quite there yet. I've got a couple more steps to do. What happened is the game dropped him one Primal, and then instead of dropping him the second Primal, it dropped him a Primal Ethereal. So what it means is that we can get ourselves an absolutely perfect Primal Ethereal. These things add bonkers damage anyway, and with making it primal and perfecting all the stats, that is going to be really, really cool. Now, one thing that does happen though, again, I haven't done this, it's going to be my first time live on this video, but what does happen is that when you put it in and you make it primal using the last page of the recipe, of course it takes primordial ash, we need 100, it's going to strip the Impale power off it, it's going to strip the passive on it, and it's just going to re-roll the whole thing but drop it as a primal. So obviously I'm hoping that I get one of the two powers that I like. Very, very unlikely, of course, but let's put it in and see what we get. So there we go. It does work. We can have primal ethereal weapons, so we can craft one ourselves. Now, I've got the Strafe Projectiles Pistol. That's not too bad for Gears of Dreadlands. So that is the Valor's Bequest. That is probably going to be an upgrade.
Great success.
If I take out the socket, I've now got a 12.5% increase in damage just simply from using this recipe in the cubes. That is nice. I've also gained the Numbing Traps passive, which is not bad because I could put Fan of Knives on, get some damage reduction. So basically, the game can drop Primal Ethereals. I can't show you one of those because I haven't got it. Now, whether that only drops when the Altar of Rights activates and we get the double drop at the same time, I'm not sure. Can the game just drop us Primal Ethereals anyway? Well, once you've got the altar locked, you're never going to know, presumably, because you're always going to get a second primal anyway. But we do know, as we've just proved, we can craft one. Now, should you spend your mats on this? Because obviously 100 primordial ash is a little expensive. There are other things you could make primal, like for instance, for my build, it probably would have made more sense for me to have upgraded this into Series Satchel, because it's crap and I really want crit chance and I want some cooldown reduction and I want that maximum hungering arrow roll, so I could have done that. But it is a 12.5% upgrade, so once you get to some point where you've got enough primordial ash spare, remember you need to use your, you need about 500 or 600 to completely unlock the Altar of Rights and get double primals in the first place. But once you've done that, you can do a upgrade in the cube like this and get basically a completely crafted primal perfect ethereal. Now the RNG on this is going to be really rough, because whilst I've got somewhat lucky and I've got the Valor's Bequest Strafe Projectiles Pist, I could easily have got something different. And I'm thinking for things like Wizard, where you really want the you know, obviously the meteor powers on your Mansong's Lesson, I'm thinking maybe it's going to be a step that you do at the very end of the season, when you're much further down the line, when you're actually looking to completely perfect your builds and there's no extra juice to be squeezed. Because generally speaking, whilst this is offering me a nice damage boost, I'm going to go and enjoy this weapon and be able to go quite far with it. I think the fact that the native ethereal is 90%, 85-90% as good, it might be more impactful for you to spend your primordial ash on something like Hail of Carini or Series Satchel, or maybe get yourself a nice Squirts necklace. Now we won't be able, I don't think, to have this and the crafted primal, because obviously it's got the little border around it, which is how the crafted primals look. I've got to find another couple of primals myself just to see whether we can do one primal ethereal and also a primal. Let's have a little look at the leaderboards actually and see if we can spot anybody, because somebody might well have this. So now this dude has not unlocked a guaranteed upgraded primal. Let's have a look at the next one. So this guy's gone for the upgraded Series Satchel. So again, hasn't primal upgraded the Barisa Dough. So it might just be that basically people don't know about this, and that nobody really has got on to the fact that you can actually slap this ethereal in the cube and make it primal. As I say, you'd probably get more damage doing the Series Satchel first for me. But as I say, I want to show you in the video, we've got this basically kind of like secret class of weapon where you can craft your own primal ethereal. I can't wait to find one of these natively. I'm going to go bananas when I find a primal ethereal, and it's going to be really fun. So I think this season's got a little bit more exciting for me, because like ethereals is great. I love them. I love the loot chase. I love the fact that we've got to find the correct legendary power on these things. I do like that they've got a range on them, so some are good, some are bad. I now really like the fact that we can upgrade them. Really excited to get blasting with this weapon. And yeah, you can make yourself a primal ethereal, which is really cool. I've found the drop rate to be pretty good. I've found like 20 or 30 ethereals already. I found a monk one. I found a necromancer one. So if you want to complete the transmog, you can just play one class. It'll take you ages to do it that way. But that is something to do. Otherwise, your best bet for finding them is going to be Visions of Enmity. And that is also going to be your best bet for primals. But of course, at the start of the new season, we're trying to level gems, we're trying to get Paragon, we're just dying for resources. But yeah, I'm going to go have some fun with this weapon. I hope this video was useful. I've been the Filthy Casual. Take it easy, guys. Peace.